Well, kumusta kayo mga idol? Ang ating mga panood sa video ito ay ang laban ni Lennox Liwes versus Mercer. Pero bago natin umpisa ng video ito, kung bago ka pa lang sa aming munting channel, huwag mo nang kalimutan mag-subscribe at pakihit na rin sa notification bell sa all para lagi updated sa bago natin i-upload tulad nito. Maraming salamat po. Pero bago natin umpisa ng bakbakang ito, ay mag-intro muna tayo mga idol. Ating balikan na naging laban ni Lennox Liwes versus Mercer at alamin kung paano nga ba tinalo ni Lennox Liwes si Mercer sa kanilang bakbakan.
1. Here because most fight fans know how tough Mercer is, even if he's a little raw. Mercer sticks a jab to start things off and tries to land a right hand that could shake Liwes up early.
Mercer's been in with one of the best jabbers in boxing than Larry Holmes. So Liwes had better think about doing something other than jabbing. You better put some leather out there.
Well, but Holmes picks Mercer apart with the jab. It's not a bad blueprint for going after him.
But Mercer kept him against the rope for a better part of the night. I don't think Liwes has the same kind of body, can withstand the same kind of body punches.
Keep it clean now.
But Holmes can.
Yeah, Larry had a little extra padding, huh?
But then again, Liwes has a better right hand than Larry Holmes.
And in the last bout against Morrison, as we told you, he showed a left hook and an uppercut. Now Mercer is scoring with his jab, and Liwes really hasn't gotten into a rhythm as we're midway through round one.
What a fighter like Mercer be expected. Stand up there and take a lot of punishment. Get in there and win points.
One of Mercer's cornermen revealed to us today that he suffered a cut lower lip in training and it hasn't completely healed. When asked about it a couple hours ago, Mercer said, yeah, it's gonna bleed. So we're expecting to see a small spigot of blood from Mercer's lower lip when and if Liwes is able to land a right hand on the button.
Mercer's always stood up and took right hands, but this is one guy, Liwes, you can't just do that.
2. Liwes threw a lot of jabs in round one, 47 by punch stat numbers, only landed 9, I should say. So that's a low connect rate, but it's the activity that matters more. And Mercer, as he showed you there, will walk through a lot of punches.
And I wouldn't advise Mercer to just go walking through this guy. Lennox Liwes, a little more power on his right hand because he throws it downward. Like the great pitcher JR from the Houston Astros.
James Rodney Richard.
That's him. Or Bob Gibson. These guys will come out that mound and put a little more onto the right hand.
There it was, the overhand right with a downward trajectory when it comes to the chin.
Lennox Liwes was knocked down once, but it wasn't with a sure punch. It was a surprise punch that got him.
Mercer trying to fight the same fight so far here that he fought early against Holyfield. He threw 24 jabs in round one.
Lennox Liwes has been tall and in his earlier career skinny for a long time, so he's accustomed to bigger guys getting the best of him sometimes, but yet he comes back.
Break! Step back.
2 spirited rounds so far from merciless Mercer. But is he well conditioned enough to do this through the long course of the bout against the bigger man? 3. Down, Mercer's trainer Tommy Parks says whack. Liwes.
Major problem with Liwes, he's a puncher. Shouldn't spend too much time trying to teach a puncher to box. Should tell him all the time, you get closer and closer with that right hand. Keep putting it in there. Go to the body some. You'll get him. That's when he's more effective. When you can smell a knockout, you cannot revert to boxing.
Now this is interesting, George, because you say Liwes is a puncher, and certainly he has the power to be seen that way. But earlier in his career, before Stewart got hold of him, a lot of people said he was nothing but a timid counterpuncher.
Yeah, but that counter punch puts you to sleep.
He does have power.
to the head, but do not give you Mercer any courage. Mercer's strategy should be to stay close, win points.
Mercer lands the left hand and tries to come with the right behind it. Pace has slowed in the third round to Liwes' advantage, but now Mercer is flurrying down the stretch of the round, trying to steal one.
4.
Stewart telling Lennox Liwes that he has trained for a tough fight, so not to worry about the spark that Mercer has shown in the first 3 rounds. At 247 on the scales, Liwes does appear to be in superb condition. So, Paul.
Mercer's gotten back to being smart. He's a bit winded, but I would keep jabbing. Make the bigger man think he can't jab. Then when he starts fighting you, move away a little bit.
And we think the trickle of blood from Ray Mercer's lower lip may have begun. If so, I would have to guess it was one of those uppercuts that started it. Mercer landing a short right hand inside as he holds on to Liwes, and now Liwes is hurt by the right hand. Lennox not holding on. Mercer pounds away. And a great right uppercut by Liwes, and Mercer comes back. What a round.
This big crowd has come for.
Spectacular 4th round between Lennox Liwes and Ray Mercer.
This is a demonstration of conditioning with Lennox Liwes. He's taken all that Mercer has given, and he's still trying to get in a good punch.
5.
Liwes threw 39 power shots and landed 29 of them, 74%.
He's throwing those punches up high where they take a lot of your wind.
But more and more, Liwes seems to be searching for a one-punch knockout, and that's not going to help him against a guy with Mercer's chin.
You can notice here is that when Mercer jabs, he really commits to the jab, and Liwes still doesn't do that.
Right hand was blocked despite the excitement of the crowd. Liwes taking a lot of leather here from Ray Mercer.
Mercer got to understand, once you hit these young guys with 2 or 3 jabs, brace yourself, they're going to pay you back. So he's got to keep his hands up. As soon as he hits him with 2 shots, get your hands up. He's coming back.
6.
Good stiff jabs.
18 of 27 jabs in round 5. Mercer landed a hard right hand counter, and Liwes is momentarily stunned again.
Remember, Liwes knows how to fight like this. He's a puncher. He doesn't mind mixing it up when he's hurt. Once you hit Liwes with hard shots, get out of his way. Get on the side of him. Don't stand in front of him because he's got a left hook that will make you fly.
Mercer buying time, getting a rest, tying Liwes up inside. He's had another excellent round here, landing the jab at will and flurrying wildly at moments. Liwes loading up now on uppercuts, and that'll get him in trouble.
It's going to get him in a lot of trouble. Right now, he's got to reestablish himself as the boxer, the better jabber. Reestablish that, then go for the power punch.
Midway through the bout, time for Emmanuel.
7.
Self into that kind of a fight right now.
A test of Lennox Liwes' courage and his tactical will down the stretch. Can he impose his own strengths on Mercer, the way Mercer has done to him so far? Remember, Mercer dominated the first 6 rounds against Holyfield as well, and then gradually ran out of gas. Liwes starting to pressure loosen up a little bit. Goes back to the jab and the straight right hand. Good footwork, good combinations, and Liwes suddenly has Mercer in trouble. Missed with the right hand uppercut inside.
8.
Percy Richardson with Ray Mercer. Short right hand inside by Liwes. Mercer grabs him and stops the action.
And Mercer's found out now, if you keep your right hand and your left hand in front of you, Liwes is ineffective. He doesn't do anything when your hands up. He waits until you drop one or the other. If you just put them in front of you, he will not do anything.
That's it. Trading uppercuts at close range. Both men landed. Hard right hand by Liwes. Mercer with that chin of granite. Mercer's winging shots from the outside and creating opportunities for Liwes, but Liwes is only sporadically taking advantage.
Like I said, he should be still in rounds now. His corner told him late to win rounds, and he should have been doing this early on.
Let's see who flurries in these last 15 seconds.
Step back.
This looked like Liwes' best round.
9.
Output dropped to 13. He landed only 7 so far.
I wouldn't want to be the judge of this fight because both men have fought great. Liwes has had his advantages. Mercer's taken his advantage. It's been an equal match. Even so far in my mind.
The judges are from New York, New York, and New York. So there's not a British judge here, not a Canadian judge here. They're all New Yorkers.
Right.
Liwes' supporters in the crowd chanting for him, Lennox, Lennox, Lennox. But he's had a low punch output in the 9th round. Lennox just not throwing as much in this round as he had in the few previous to it. And Mercer's having a good round.
Now Liwes, for the first time, all he did was just put his right hand up.
Step back,
That's
step
what
back.
he could have been doing all night. You don't have to jump back, drop your hand.
10.
Arthur McCanty Jr. says, remember that Mercer has scored late knockouts in dramatic situations against Francesca Damiani in the 9th round of a fight on which he was trailing on the scorecard. He was behind Tommy Morrison when he whacked him out of there. But Mercer may believe he's on his way to a decision victory here. He hasn't had a lot of energy in this round. He's been throwing, but Liwes has been landing. Hard right hand for Mercer. Crowd rises in anticipation of the possible upset. Liwes knocked off balance by a left hand. Pretty even round. Mercer the aggressor. Closing seconds of the round. Liwes trying to flurry. And that's going to do it.
A good, hard, tough fight between two big men. I thought Liwes pulled it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to the scorecards here at Madison Square Garden, how about a round of applause for these two heavyweights, two Olympic gold medal champions that came here to fight tonight. We go to the scorecards. Melvina Lathan scores the bout 95 even. Luis Rivera scores the bout 96-95. George Colon scores the bout 96-94 for the winner on a split decision, Lennox Liwes.
Hanggang dito na lang po ang ating video. Maraming salamat po sa inyong panunod. Walang sawang suporta. Ikaw idol, anong masasabi mo sa bakbakang ito? Para sa inyong opinion, i-comment mo niyan sa ating comment section sa ibaba. At kung nagustuhan mo naman ang video ito, paiwan naman ako ng like at pasubscribe na rin sa ating munting channel. Maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. Sama kayo na rin lang, mag-ingat, God bless. Bye bye.